Good morning, South Florida, and welcome to the Breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast. As Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
So I grabbed myself and called 888-994-4995 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning.
So get ready for the time of your life.
Shake off your sleepies, buckle up, because it's showtime.
Welcome to the morning show.
It's brunch time. Forget breakfast.
Here, give my phone to Slick and then give it back.
Good morning to you, Magic Man. Happy Monday.
I was so happy about it.
Oh, clearly not you. It's always a pleasure to see you on a Monday morning.
It's all good.
See, when you say it's all good, it means it's all not so good.
It's all good. It's just that, business is what business is.
Business is business, right? You can't take it personally is all I can tell you. Is that what you always tell me?
That's right. It ain't personal. It's just business.
That's what you tell me.
When you make it, when everybody at the
table... What happens when they make it personal is all I want to say.
Well, they take it personally.
What happens with that?
Then it is what it is. What can I tell you?
Let's see who's here today.
Sometimes good, sometimes
Taylor.
How are you?
She heard your bell from the car.
You're lucky you didn't hear my cow from the car.
Your bell will be in the Smithsonian one day.
Now, it's really funny because we don't have the mics in front of us to get the lapels on, which is kind of cool.
I was going to say, wait, we're not mic'd up. I hope the audio's fine. We didn't even check the audio. How's it looking for you, Sabrina? Good?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. I don't have anything in front of me. That's what's missing. This way it gives our crew all their extra mics so they can do what they got to do. Yeah. I'm afraid to ask you. I'm not even going to ask you. How was everyone's weekend? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. It was Linda's birthday weekend. She turned whatever, and we had some fun and did some things and cleaned the house.
How'd that go?
I was gonna tell you they got a vacuum for $48 on sale at Walmart.
I just bought a vacuum and it'll be here tomorrow.
How much did you spend?
More than $48.
Well, why don't you ever listen to me?
Because you don't give me the information. Does it have a cord?
Yes.
I can't use a cord.
Yes, you can.
No, I need a cordless.
Well, cordless don't work.
I need a cordless. It's coming
cordless
tomorrow.
I
can't do a cord, and I'll tell you why.
Tell me why.
It gives me bad memories of when I met you. And they had me vacuuming that store. And I had to plug in the cord on the floor.
Did you hear this?
Under the clothes. And then I had to space out the clothing. And I had to clean the refrigerator and clean the toilet. So corded vacuums give me bad memories. And another note, I trip over them.
Okay, so let me get this right.
I don't like corded vacuums. I feel like too confined.
So let me get this right.
Yes.
I give you bad memories with a cord. Is that what you're saying?
You don't. The vacuum conjures up bad memories. Have you noticed I do things a little to the right, a little sideways? No political sense, right or left, but I do things a little sideways than most of your average bears.
It's a vacuum. You sound like him.
I'm saving Slick from tripping over the vacuum.
Oh, yeah, true.
He knows.
Yeah.
So I got a vacuum. It took me all weekend to find one. I had to look at it, compare it, price it out, get the coupons, do it. I said, you know what? I'm going to amortize the amount of time we spend vacuuming versus the amount of time I spent researching the vacuum.
We got 3 vacuums in this place.
And none of them
One
work.
was a gift. No, one was a gift.
Yes, it works.
It worked, but then that's when we had one rug. Now we have different areas, right?
Yes.
So that one gets 86 for the stage. Nice. And then she buys a wet, dry vacuum. Which
it works better.
It doesn't work. It just
It doesn't work on the carpet.
It doesn't work on anything because when you put those pads and you wet the floor, all it does is give you a giant ball of hairball. And I look and I go, why the hell am I using this stupid thing?
That too. I know.
Now we're going to vacuum number 3. Now the vacuum I'm talking about has a cord. It'll probably suck up the rug.
You should have bought us one.
No, because I know how you are.
See, you know.
And you would say, no.
No,
I'm
we
taking
said
it
thank
back.
you very much.
No, you wouldn't.
I don't
You
take
say,
anything back.
Yes, I'm gonna take it back because it has a cord, and I'm having nightmares because of this cord.
Think about me vacuuming. Means I got to crawl under the table to find a plug in the theater. Means I got to crawl under the chairs to find a plug in the theater.
See this? And I
don't like.
And I put it in my cart. I put a 50-foot extension cord that with one plug does this whole place.
Oh, you didn't tell me about that.
And because you see, I'm smarter than the average bear because I vacuum too. I have nightmares about cords too, right? And you wrap it on this retractable wrapper and the whole nine. Then I said, wait a minute. She's gonna either not like the color. She's gonna say it makes a funny noise. And she's not going to want it. I already know it.
The extension cord could have been a game changer.
Game changer.
The extension cord, I got to tell you, would have never entered my mind on the extension cord. Game changer.
Of course, because in here, you guys like doing things in small pieces. Like the floor, right? Louis came in. He did the floor. Did we do a piece of floor? No. We did the floor. And what did I tell Louis? He says, okay, I'll be back tomorrow. No. You finish it today. And I was sitting here with a sandwich and a cup of coffee for you, which he ended up having at the end.
Mayonnaise and mustard.
Until he's done.
I got to tell you, I love eating sandwiches with mayo and mustard.
Now you notice she's not winning this argument, so now we're going to another argument. You guys are seeing this, right? So you see what's going on here?
I wanted the mayonnaise or mustard on the sandwich. I hadn't thought about the extension cord. It would have been a lovely idea. But Amazon and I have a very close relationship this weekend. I am now returning everything that I purchase.
Well, you bought the wrong cables.
Who bought the wrong cables?
You did.
How did I get the link to the wrong cable?
I didn't send you that link.
Really? I made that link up?
Yeah.
No!
Those cables I use on the old encoder.
You
the
sent me
ones
that
up
link.
on the top. We used to use those.
You sent me that
those
link.
Those are the minis.
Yeah.
I sent you that link?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, Finger? What's wrong with you? I hate you.
We got a lot going on.
We're going to talk later.
We got a big event on Sunday for the Brain Bowl at Bark and Bowl. At South County Regional Park. That's this Sunday. Yes, sir.
Yeah. This Sunday.
Yeah.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
At what time?
11 o'clock.
Where?
South County Regional Park. 11 until 2. We're going to be there all day. We should be there probably by 9:30 till 3. There's over 50 vendors. It's going to be a great event. We're going to be live streaming it. 2 production studios going at the same time. We're going to have this studio going. We're going to have the park going. We've got people coming in from out of town to help get this production out in the Everglades. Out into the world. It's going to be
Crocodile Dundee's going to be on.
It's going to be interesting. And Jeff from Promo Stuff For You is bringing us some our hats, I hope, this week, and some T-shirts. So we all have our Brooklyn Cafe brandedness. And I need to ask Robin for our Elton John glasses.
Elton John?
The one she made, right? We should really wear them. So that's going to be we got a long week ahead of us, guys. So eat your Wheaties slick because we got a lot going on. Eminem is in the house. Eminem cracks me up. She texted us Friday. I can't come in. I overslept.
I did. I woke up and I was like, oh no.
When did you oversleep?
Friday.
No. You weren't here Friday?
No, she overslept.
You would sleep have like a thing going on, right?
Yeah.
Do you work during like the early hours, like from 6 to 12 or something? You go to school?
We got to get her a mic. I'm more intrigued by your keys around your neck.
That's a dangerous weapon. That's going to give you arthritis in the spine. You're going to end up when you get older, you're going to curl over like a shrimp.
What is in there? We got plenty of mics now. Pull up a chair, have a seat, make yourself comfy. It's like I told Vinny, just press record when you remember. Just come in when you wake up.
Press record when you remember.
Yes. And come in when you wake up. We're pretty cool about that kind of stuff.
You're funny.
Oh, yeah. That's all I can tell you.
All right.
Any good movies? Slick saw a good movie over the weekend.
Oh yeah, for sure. I saw a lot of great movies over the weekend. But, I finished up Freddie's playlist, which is High Note.
Ah.
But High Note was an actual high note.
It was a good movie, right?
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
I watched it again over the weekend.
Yeah.
They haven't even had reruns.
I couldn't really find anything to watch over the weekend.
Yeah.
Why?
I gotta tell you why. Just nothing captured my attention.
I don't blame you.
Aaron had me watching Miracle Workers. It was with Daniel Radcliffe and the guy he plays a miracle worker, and the guy who plays God is Steve Buscemi plays God, and it's about
Steve Buscemi is.
You know who Steve Buscemi is? You know who Steve Buscemi? He's a comedian. So he plays God. Daniel Radcliffe plays an angel, and it's about how they bring miracles about for people in the world. And it's kind of interesting. It's like an underground basement, and they can just make one miracle happen, then God says he'll save the world. And the one miracle this girl chooses, because she's like a new intern, she gets a new job out of the dirt pit, and she's going to be in the miracle worker zone. Miracles happen, is to have these two people fall in love. And she says, that's easy. No, that's the hardest miracle to create. And then they have to make these two people fall in love, and then they lose their phone numbers, and they have to.
How long was this movie?
Oh, it's not. It's a series. It's 2 seasons.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm up to episode 2 of it, and
so
see what and see what happens. I gotta tell you, that didn't really quite capture my attention.
Who told you to watch this?
My son. He's like, Mom, you're gonna laugh. I'm like,
I got a new name for your son, Mr. 86, because anything he says to watch, I'm not watching.
So one says, I'm going to make it rain, and then she causes a tornado. One guy's looking for his glove. He finds his glove, and then he, like, opens up his rifle. I'm like, no, it's kind of like, it's just like one little act of kindness, what it can lead to. And save the world. Yeah, again, I couldn't find anything to watch.
That's very copacetic.
What'd you watch? What'd you do? You guys went out for dinner?
Yeah, what I did watch, I watched Blue Bloods because they gave a whole series of shows I had not watched when they were in the younger days. And it was pretty good. I watched that for a while. And I learned a little bit about the law and things that happen. And then I was on the phone all the time, texting. And this maniac over here, Slick, was texting me, and the man was texting me.
Yeah, sometimes I gotta tell you my feelings, so I gotta text you. I do.
I told him buy a bear or buy a dog.
He needs a hug.
Hug a pillow.
How you doing, Salsa? She's so busy. How was your
Good.
weekend? She's
It
like,
was good.
Is your mic open?
Yes.
It is.
do we have the logos on on that board?
Yep.
We're gonna throw it
Do you have the new logo?
I can put the logos on the board, but the logos are on.
Do we have the
Logos.
new logo
We
for
should
the
have
morning
it.
show?
Oh yeah, we should.
We should.
Everyone else like never says no. He's always like, oh yeah, we should.
Slick is like the man for La Mancha.
The man of La Mancha. So we got a busy week coming up. Our executive producer's coming in this week. I'm
That's
excited.
not the logo for the morning show.
Yeah, it is.
That's
100% is.
No, it's not.
Yes,
Is
it's
it?
got
The
a
sun?
sunshine with the sunglasses.
That's not what I wanted, but okay.
What'd you want?
I'll show him. I'll take
Oh,
it.
Batman.
Unbelievable.
I'll take it. Now, did you see over the weekend some of the exciting news that was going on?
Which part?
Well, the first thing, did you see that plane that was going to Honolulu? Yeah. And the guy sitting on the wing took her phone and taped it. And she showed the disintegration of the engine. Now, mind you, you're on this plane, right? Think about this. Just for a second, ladies and gentlemen. You're on this plane, and you're having a beverage, which you have to pay $7 for.
Yeah.
And a bag of peanuts that you have to pay $10 for.
Yeah.
And you look over and you go, let me put this down. Let me get my electronic device that I'm not allowed to have on. And let me start taking a picture of a disintegrating jet engine. Not knowing if this thing was going to go down 86 into the ground, because it was over land, right? Calm, cool, and collected. And the plane is still flying. It could fly on one engine. Now, how this person with the camera knew that?
The amazing thing to me is I get this notification on my phone, and I'm thinking, no, this must be like an old notification. There's no way they're reinvestigating these planes, and it's the same
Shut them all down.
same plane that they had issues with. I'm
No,
thinking,
it's not. It's the engine now.
but it's still the same plane.
I guess whenever they built this plane, they did it in the dark.
And I'm thinking, no, this has got to
What's
be.
the engine
part
go?
here.
Yeah.
This part
Extra
here.
parts, don't worry
You know,
about
my attention to detail is like this, and I skim everything, so there's like no details reading when it comes flashes across. I'm thinking, oh, all right, we're bringing up an old story again that they're going to reinvestigate the planes. Didn't realize it was actually a new occurrence until I turned on the news and I
They
thought,
shut everything down.
again
Okay.
with this plane.
Oh, you know what they say. What goes up must come down.
I
Now,
mean, again.
I was sitting there yesterday, this morning, and I'm saying, let me think here. How would Slick act in a plane with one engine on fire?
I probably.
Slick, you're on his mind a lot. Is all I
Yeah,
can
I
say.
probably. I know. I
What would
probably.
you have said?
I know. I wouldn't say anything. I probably would take pictures just like her because what can I do?
Panic?
What can I do
What would you
besides
do?
panic
I'll
in
be
a
screaming up
tube?
and down the aisle.
Would you panic?
Oh my God, yes.
What would you guys do? I'd be in panic.
I'd panic, yeah.
What would you do?
Me?
Your
Yeah.
face
I'd
already
be so sick.
sealed.
I'd be
right?
panicking. I'd be like, oh my God.
Joel will go white and faint.
You saw what happened to me
I'd be
last
having a
week. It was
heart
bad
attack.
enough.
But I'm thinking, how can you be so calm, cool, and collected? Me, everybody on this side of the plane that could see the engine must have been going, what the?
Can I get another
The other guy on the other side is, can I order more free beverage? Because if we're going down, why should I have to pay? It's like what happened to me at the airport when they shut me down because they thought there was, what's that?
Oh, on your fingers. Residue?
No, they thought there was the white stuff that kills people.
Anthrax?
Anthrax. And they shut it down. There was a guy in front of me that got through and they shut me down. So I said, why you shutting me down? This guy was like no closer than you guys. He got through. He says, no more. Right here. You got to stay. And then they tell me, and if you have some loved ones to call, you may want to do that.
That was when you were in PR, right?
Here in Florida, in West Palm Beach. So I went over to the Sandwich King dude. I says, can I have the biggest sandwich you got? He says, yes, $12. I says, you're going to charge me? The guy just told me I'm dying. Where's my last meal?
Did you see the grocery store in Texas? Power went out. They let everybody go through without paying for anything.
Of course.
How nice was that? Of course.
The food is all spoiled.
That's because
You don't need a fridge.
you were in Texas.
No, you don't need a fridge. And that's not because you were in Texas.
That's because you were in
You
Texas.
see the
People
little
in
boy,
Texas are nice.
11-year-old boy that died, and they say it was because of the cold. Not that he had about 75 pounds of blankets on him. Could have suffocated the kid. We're going to find out from the autopsy what's
I
really
gotta
going
tell
on.
you, people in Texas are so nice.
Well, now they ain't going to be so nice because I hear the lawsuits are coming. I hear they're
They're
going to
not
be...
paying for electric. I know.
Mr. Cruz is going to Acapulco. They're going to kick him all the way down there.
They're not paying for power. And I was talking to my girlfriend. She lives in Dallas. They didn't lose power. She was lucky. People that have generators were fortunate, but apparently there's multi-million-dollar homes that have sprinkler systems in them. I never knew homes had sprinkler systems. Well, those sprinkler systems exploded. So these homes are now underwater.
All right, so let me give you a tip of the day. If it ever happens in Florida, you got a sprinkler system or you have water in your pipes, you go outside and you shut the water down to the house. 86 the water.
They
Then
said
you
to
go
keep water in
inside,
the pipes.
You go inside and you drain the water out of the pipes. I don't care what they say. That's a plumber's trick. And you drain the water out there because when that ice gets in them pipes, you're going to see nothing but an explosion like you're watching now. So you got to get the water out of the pipes. The problem is that you got to heat up pipes so they don't crack and bleed. Now, it doesn't matter if you don't have any water in the pipes. If they crack, when that water pressure is turned back on, it's going to look like Niagara Falls in your living room.
So what do?
You pray. There's nothing you can do.
Okay.
When it's minus 7 degrees, what are you going to
There's
do?
nothing you can do. So you don't run the water through
You
everything?
try not to. You try not to have any water
She
in the
told me
pipes.
she kept water in her pipes the whole time, except the laundry room.
But she was in El Paso.
No, she lives in Dallas.
Oh, and they didn't explode?
No, because she didn't lose power. But
Okay, Dawn, let's try to maintain the bouncing ball here.
But
She
that's
didn't
not the
lose
one.
power. I'm pretty sure she kept the heat on.
well, that's what I was thinking. But Chelsea
Good
knows.
thing. Good thought. Were you on that plane with the engine? So anyway, I wanted to get back to the engine because here you are in your living room, right? Here you see a plane coming down. Pieces of the plane landing on your house. In your
That would have
garage.
tripped me out. Yeah.
That would trip you out,
But
right?
think about the pilot that was able to land it, like the guy that landed Sully in the Hudson.
It was a woman that landed it.
Pretty
30 years
amazing.
experience. Yeah.
That's incredible.
And she says, yeah, and they say, so what do you tell people who are now were scared to death to fly a plane? What do you tell them now? She says, oh no, you should feel even better.
Yeah, 'cause she
we're
landed
able
it.
to fly them. Get the hell out of here.
She's right. Think about that. She was
Oh.
able to. Where did they land it?
Back into LAX.
She was able to land it successfully. Everyone was fine. No injuries. No nothing.
Nothing.
Got to give her an amazing amount of credit. Really?
You know, I was in Orlando and I was taking a plane
I would have been sick
from-
and not get on a plane.
from
but
Orlando to Puerto Rico. I had to drive up there. I don't even remember why. And I'm sitting there, and the plane that we're going to take is in front of me. I says, okay, we're going to board the plane. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this plane has engine failure. We have to put you on another plane. I said, okay. So here comes the second plane. Ladies and gentlemen, because there are people waiting for this plane, we are fixing this plane for you to take the broken plane like scheduled. So I stood up on a chair and I started screaming. And the cops and everybody came and says, what are you doing? He says, I'm not getting on that plane. That plane is busted. I want to go on that plane.
remember when you actually used to go on planes?
Wow.
and walk through airports and the escalators that are there just so your eyes can have a break.
But if you knew a plane was going and had damage on the engine and they're fixing it, would you take it?
No. But yeah, but then what do you do?
I don't go. I said, I want a refund. I want to.
What about when your family's like, come on, Freddie, get on the plane?
I said, go, bye, see ya.
And they're going to make you get on the plane.
No, they put me on another plane. And they gave me a free ticket. If I would shut the hell up.
We were once traveling with the kids, and we flew out of Fort Lauderdale, but the plane, wherever we went, I don't remember, we couldn't get back to Fort Lauderdale, so we had to fly into West Palm. And then, of course, we had to get a car service to take us to the house, to take blah, 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 blah. So now we always take car services, and Aaron was like, I am never doing this again. You know my son, the extremist that he is.
86, Mr. 86.
You should see. So he's coming to the house for a couple days this week, and he gives me a list of the food he needs. He goes, don't worry, I'll reimburse you. So I got a whole list of foods that he likes to eat while he's visiting us for a couple of days.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I know.
It's good to be the king.
I got 96 ounces of almond milk.
There was a time when I was in West Palm and I had my colors on and they grounded the place for whatever reason. I don't remember what it was. And the gentleman comes up to me and he says, Mr. Santori, what is AMP2 TV? And I said, well, this is a production company and I got to go to Puerto Rico. There was a time that I was going to do a shoot. And I'm doing a shoot for NBC, I told him. Oh, really? We have a problem. I said, what's the problem? We can't get you on any plane up here. We have to take a bus down to Fort Lauderdale to fly out of there. And I said, well, that's really putting a crimp in my style because, NBC has that, I gave him this nonsense, right? So everybody got on these buses. Ask Linda if this is a true story. Everybody got on these buses. Excuse me, Mr. Santori. Yes, come with me. I said, all right, now what? What did I do now? They took us to a limo. What? True story. God's honor. And they drove us down to Fort Lauderdale. It goes to show you, colors make a difference.
When you're Freddie.
Well, they didn't want to have a bad experience.
When you are Freddie, is all I can tell you. You have a way with words.
I'm going to tell you, I have a way. I used to do Leslie Jock. You met Leslie, right? I used to do his show. And all the Haitians work in Fort Lauderdale. You ever notice that? Security, the baggage, everything. They all know Leslie.
How is Leslie?
He's great. I used to walk in through the airport with no problem. Oh, Mr. Pedrusa, yes, we know you come. I used to have it good. Now they don't know me.
Who's Mr. Pedruso?
Mr. Producer.
Oh.
Kind of use some Kringlish. We use some Kringlish. Yeah, I heard producer. Yeah.
I'm
If
glad
you were
you got
with me, you would
that.
have amazed. They used to carry my stuff. I didn't have to do anything because they all knew me.
I'm glad you got that. Look how nice that whole area looks. Doesn't it look nice with the picture in front of it? I'm like looking at it. It's a nice visual.
I don't like the picture like that. I would like the picture maybe over to the left a little.
All right, but in general, it's a nice look.
It is a nice look. This is a nice room. It's actually a nice room. You got a lot of things going on in this room.
It's like my brain.
That's another
I know.
story.
I was up at 4:30 this morning remembering things that I hadn't done over the weekend. And I said, what do? You get up and you do them.
I wonder how many pencils Jay Harmon, who's watching by the way, I wonder how many pencils he's gone through from pencil number 1 to the one he used yesterday.
I
How
don't
many
know, we gotta
pencils
ask
did
him.
he use?
Good
Jay,
morning.
let us know how many pencils. Oh.
And
Up to
Amy's
50,
in the house.
50, 50,
Amy's got a big
75.
show coming up this
Yeah,
week.
what is it with you? and
Australia?
getting all nervous. It's like everything else we do. Australia, Europe, banana, tomato, tomato.
Already 1,000 hits on a promo.
So what?
That's amazing.
But why are you surprised?
She's got to get her Gubba on before showtime.
But why are you surprised? I told you your show is doing very, very,
Your show's
very,
doing
very,
really
very well. And you should think about doing something in the
Now
next
this is
level.
all over the world because he's so famous now, this guy.
Your show organically is doing unbelievably well. Even if we don't share your show out till later and we stagger it, it does well on its own.
Awesome.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, this one should really do it.
He's Australia, right?
He's in Melbourne.
What does he do?
He's an artist, major. But what he does is he in his mind he can fly over a scene like the Grand Slam. Okay, he'll fly and he'll do the whole scene looking down with all the people in the stands.
Paint?
And, yeah.
He paints from a plane.
No, in his
from
brain.
mind.
How the hell does he do that?
No, he
just
visualizes it.
Visualize that he's flying over it. So
How does he do that?
We'll find out.
He should. Was he on that plane with the busted engine?
Ever see the show Queen's Gambit?
No.
She plays chess in her mind like that in the ceiling.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That was great. Yeah,
And she does it on a lot of hallucinogenics, but yes, that. Did you see the Queen's Gambit?
Yeah,
No, what is it? They told me to watch it, but it's about chess.
It is and it isn't.
Basically,
You're talking about chess pieces, the game?
no, it.
Because hallucinogenics, you can get
Chess
carried away no
pieces,
matter
yeah.
what.
I'm trying to figure out how you know about these hallucinogenics. What hallucinogenics you're talking about that makes you
They used to
visualize?
call me the space cowboy.
They used to.
They used to. It got old. I got old. And they didn't
How
get,
long was
And they
this
didn't get
used
less
to?
powerful.
But you get more into space, though.
No. Now I get into space even quicker. I went to Mars. You saw when they landed?
Yeah.
They made that runway. I'm
Oh
going
my
to
gosh, I
Mars.
was thinking of you. If you make a donation to St. Jude,
I
did you
already
see
did.
this?
$10. And I got my ticket to go.
Did you get your ticket?
They haven't sent it
They're
yet.
letting civilians go through St. Jude.
Yeah, but I'm a little upset with NASA because 5 years ago, I was one of the first that said I want to go, and they sent me the ticket. I showed it to you.
Well,
And
maybe
now
you'll
I gotta
get to
do
go
it
with St.
again.
Jude.
I need to go to the hospital already.
But they're letting civilians go.
The problem is it's a one-way ticket.
I don't think so.
It is.
They're going to
two-way.
leave you
I
there.
think it's a
They're gonna bring
two-way.
it back.
I think it's a two-way because they have this other program that's letting people go up and then come back down. Yeah.
You on that program?
Oh no, not at all.
They'll let you come back.
Something about the abyss of space. You don't know if you can get caught in a black
The
hole.
abyss of space, as
Yeah.
opposed to the abyss of your mind.
Does space scare you?
I'd rather deal with that than the space, you know.
This world scares me.
You-
Up there, no, it doesn't scare
So
me.
they're like, here we're in this middle holding zone. Then you've got space, and then you've got down under.
Down under what?
Under the water, like where Wayne dwells.
If I can't breathe, it bothers me.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Where would you
I
prefer
need
to
to
be?
breathe. Anywhere there's air.
Underwater or in the sky?
Anywhere there's air.
So in the sky.
Yeah.
Or as a scuba
No,
diver.
I don't want to be in the sky either because if God wanted me to fly, he would have given me wings. Look at a plane.
You
Has
won't
a,
even
a
go
busted wing.
parasailing with me.
What?
You won't even go parasailing with me or a hot air balloon or any of those
Are
fun
you
things.
insane?
You
See?
don't want to skydive?
There's a place that Blake Morris, Blake Morris. I don't know if you know him, but he for his birthday, you fly in a room. That somehow they get you up and you're flying.
Oh, that's cool, like
Yeah,
Willy Wonka.
I watched it on whatever.
That's that thing you wear and they have that jet engine and
Yeah,
you
that's
fly.
what it is. Yeah.
No, and that I do because that's you're
You
gonna
can't fall
fall.
too far.
I could do 10 feet. But this one says on a hot air balloon. Are you nuts? What?
I would
Why
love to
would
go
I
on a hot
wanna
air
go-
balloon. 'Cause
Why?
Look behind you. Look how beautiful that looks.
Yeah, it's
Okay, there you go. Look at it. See, I gotta go up there, and everything is about this big. And then if you keep going up, like in a plane, you ever notice a plane? When it hits right before the clouds, you look down, you can't see a damn.
Can you
can't
imagine
see
if you could jump
nothing.
into some of these paintings in our studio and just like live in them? Like live in Amy's mind in her paintings?
Do you do hallucinations?
Or live.
Do you do them early in the morning?
Imagine, remember the
How many
littles?
quilons do you do?
Never.
Please.
Remember the littles, and you could like live. I could live in the
The
hot air
littles.
balloon. I could live on
Oh, yeah,
in
she's gone.
Tahiti.
She's gone. She's gone.
All
Whatever
these beautiful
you have,
places
I
you could
want
live. I'm telling you,
I want to
it's
go
been a
up.
weekend.
So I said, would you want to go up 2,000 feet and watch nothing at your feet except if you fall or you go down? Can you imagine what separates you at 2,000 feet between death and the sky is a basket that's maybe 2 inches? Really? That's what I want?
The
Get out of
angels
your
will catch
mind.
you if you fall.
I have a hard time with a plane, and that's a piece of metal.
He's Batman.
When it falls apart.
Slick.
Unbelievable. It's not that bad. Like the balloon
I ain't
is.
never seen you jump out of a plane.
Oh, we can't do that. You want to do that?
No, not
We can.
me. I would be on the ground where it's safe
We
taking
can't-
pictures
we
of
can't
you
do
urinating
that.
as you
Here's
come
the thing
down.
we've learned
No.
about Slick Amy is can means we can. Will is a whole nother word that he
Will
doesn't
you
often
do it?
use. We've
Oh
learned
yeah, I
this.
will do it.
You will?
Yeah.
All right, so let me get this right.
Pull up
I'm-
a chair. There's one right
I'm
in the lobby.
going to call Hallelujah at the airport. That's where they do it. I'm gonna call. I'm gonna make an appointment. We're gonna shut production down for a day. We're gonna take cameras. I want to see you get on that plane.
I'll get up there.
Okay.
I'm not a scared. I am the slick man. I can
You're gonna
do
be
it.
nothing more than a stain, but that's okay too.
I gotta ask you a question. How
as long
far?
as it's tandem. I don't want to pull.
Oh, who do you want holding you?
The instructor. Instructor has to. I can't do it
Male
by
or
myself.
female?
Oh, female, of
No,
course.
it's the only males.
Female, of
Only
course.
males.
Is that
Only
true?
males?
The only males.
Why is that true?
Because the company I'm talking about is all male.
How far
Okay,
would you
okay.
go on a shoot?
I'm sorry?
How far would you drive to go on a shoot?
What does that mean? What kind of question is
How
that?
far would you?
I've gone all the way to California, all the way to New York to do a shoot.
Well, there's a vineyard down in Homestead.
Yeah.
That sounds beautiful.
A vineyard.
Vineyard.
A vineyard.
Vineyard.
A vineyard.
They make wine. There's waterfalls.
You want me to
it's
take
an
a picture of a
vineyard.
grape?
Beautiful scenery,
Would
prairie.
you be interested in going down to a vineyard in Homestead to see waterfalls for a shoot?
Oh, you're talking about that place your daughter went to? That castle place, a Spanish place in
No,
Miami?
this is a vineyard. It happens to be Jay Harmon's nephew.
Oh yeah, he told me about this
Oh,
place.
that's
You notice
different.
that
For Jay
changes,
Harmon, I would.
it changes the
For
level
Jay
and ground
Harmon, I
of it.
would, because but you don't fill in all the blanks. For Jay Harmon's nephew, I would.
Sounds kind of cool, right?
Yeah. What kind of, what's going on?
I don't know. Apparently it's a venue, a beautiful event space. They make wine. They have
mean-
waterfalls, and
It has waterfalls too?
they
I'm
had me at
on it.
waterfalls. They had you at wine.
Wine? I thought it was a waterfall of wine.
We could ask him. It's Barbara's nephew, actually. She said it's beautiful.
Have you ever been to Puerto Rico? Anybody here ever been to Puerto Rico? You have. You went to a Yunque? Yunque, the tallest mountain in the Caribbean?
San Juan?
No, it's
No, I
in
didn't go.
it's in
Oh, you
it's
didn't
in
go.
Fajardo.
I've been to Puerto Rico, but
Oh.
not there.
They have a waterfall where we used to hang out when I was growing up as a kid. Now it's a tourist spot. You can't do it anymore.
I love waterfalls.
What was that? Is that Slink? What are you doing?
Salsa's chair.
No, that's the chair.
Did your chair slip?
No, it wasn't my chair.
You got a lot of stuff. Nice shoes you got going on there.
Oh, thank you, thank
Got a
you.
lot of stuff going on this week. It is a busy week. You got a great show coming up on Wednesday. Did you see this woman? I was reading. I don't know how people find me. Is all I can tell you. The woman who saved the Brooklyn Bridge.
Whoa, wait, hold it. Wait, breaking news. Jay's watching. The guy, his nephew has a brewery. All in.
In Homestead?
We're gonna take the limo down. I'm gonna go.
That's what I was thinking. It looks like it's like an hour and a half
Jay,
away.
make an appointment. We're going.
Hey, Mr. DJ, takes us down. Be our DD. Spend
He
the
could
day
be
down
the
there.
ABC and the DD and the EFG.
You want to come?
Oh, sure.
Well, of course. She's gonna bring a straw.
I'm
She's
thinking
the
that would
Gubba
be a whole
queen.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
He said it's a brewery.
And a brewery.
Oh, and a brewery. Let's go.
So we got wine and brewery. When you put beer and wine together, what do you get?
Happy people. Something for everyone.
Isn't that sangria? Sangria?
No, you can't put beer and wine together.
I can do anything I want, Don. I
Yeah,
can
you
put
can.
beer and
After
wine
the
together.
weekend you had, you can do anything you
I
want to do.
can have a glass of beer and a glass of, I had a Heineken, 2 Heinekens over the weekend.
Yeah? How many points is that?
8 each.
I'm afraid to ask. So do you know there's a woman who actually completed the building of the Brooklyn Bridge?
When she stuck the last brick.
She actually, Emily Warren Roebling, the woman who saved the Brooklyn Bridge, was the first to cross it by carriage because her husband, who was chief engineer, got very ill and debilitated, and he couldn't finish the build out. So she organized and orchestrated the completion of the Brooklyn Bridge. Girl power.
Have you been inside the Brooklyn Bridge?
1883.
Inside where?
In the Brooklyn Bridge?
No, have
they
you?
Just have the restaurants in there with all the subway tiles.
Inside the Brooklyn Bridge?
Yeah.
At the bottom.
I lived
58th
42 years in Brook. You mean the bridge itself, or you mean off the bridge?
Well, it's right the end of the bridge out into the city.
Yes.
Right there. That was,
There's 2 restaurants.
yeah.
The picture that we have of the cafe is the one on the Brooklyn side.
Oh, okay.
That's the one my father took me to. The one in the New York side, I have not been to, but I heard they have like a lot of
Oh,
different
it was
restaurants.
great. When it was great. We spent a lot of time in there.
Really? That's so 1883. Pretty
Wow, you were
amazing.
around 1883? Damn,
1993.
you progressed well.
She looks good, right?
100 years later.
Amy definitely ages backwards,
Oh, thanks.
right? Since
That's
we've
because
known
she
you,
drinks Gubba.
I go back 10 years every year.
I see that. You truly do.
I work on it.
It's the Gubba. Oh, I have to tell you about Gubba.
Oh, Gubba.
I sent my sister from us as a thank you. I sent her a gift on a Saturday night, and I was trying to order from Ocean's Wine and Spirits, and it was not within the delivery zone, even though it was close. So I went to Drizzly, which they deliver alcohol. and they do it from Boca Liquor, so they'll probably deliver it to you. And and they went to Ocean's Wine and Liquor. They picked it up, and they delivered it to her. So about 9 o'clock on a Saturday night, I get a call from her. You've been hacked. Why? Because I just got a text that Dawn is sending me something from a liquor store. I go, you weren't hacked. I wasn't hacked. I really am. She was so thankful. But Drizzly, you don't even have to go to a liquor store. You have to pay service charge.
What
But
did you send her?
I sent her a bottle of wine.
I thought you were sending her a bottle of Gubba.
I was, but then I saw this one. I wanted to send her Gubba, and I wanted to send her Lost Harbor. Drizzly didn't offer Lost Harbor, so I couldn't do one without the other. It's like having two children. You can't favor one over the other. So I went to the third child, and I went with wine. So then I thought, how am I going to remember this wine? Remember the cork story I told you at my parents' house? I couldn't get the cork out.
Yeah, you served
And
wine
she
with
kept
what?
talking about how this was such a really great bottle of wine, and she couldn't get the cork out of it. So I thought, how am I ever going to remember this bottle of wine? Lo and behold, I Google red wine. It's the first bottle that pops up. And I went, that's the name of it. So I sent her a bottle of wine, paid service charge, but she was very happy and very thankful. And she said she did us a big favor on Friday. So
Yeah, she did.
Drizzly, you don't have to go
Mom wants
anywhere.
To the distillery in Palm Beach
Okay, up to Lost Harbor.
yeah, he'd love to do that, he said.
She may have him labeling.
Private tour.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jay Harmon's people, this is the Miami Brewing Company. I know Miami Brewing. They're huge.
So I saw Barbara post things on it about it all the time, and I thought, where is it? So I Googled it, and I think that would be a whole lot of fun. I think we can bring them in on VMix, interview them, and then set up a time to go down. Is what I'd like to do.
Can you guys Google and see if Coconuts is still open? If it is, maybe I can call my contact to call Gloria Estevez, and maybe we can go down there too.
Gloria Estevez is in relation to?
The singer.
Esteban?
Esteban. That's it. I was trying to protect her identity.
It's called coconuts.
Yeah.
It's called Coconuts?
Yeah.
The
It
restaurant?
used to be anyway.
Coconuts.
In Miami?
Miami.
See, maybe we can go from one to the other, you know?
Have some lunch?
Wow, Miami Brewing Company. Impressive, Jay. Very nice.
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
It's really funny because we didn't have any wine to give Jay when he did his taping the other day.
Well,
Slick comes over and says, "Where's Jay's wine?" I said, "Ooh."
we ran out of wine. We got some wine though. But I was thinking it would be great if we could keep their wine here, just like
Jay,
we keep Gubba and vodka.
Make
we
a
now
phone call
we
to
keep
Miami
their wine
Brewing.
here.
Yeah.
I thought it would be kind of a great, instead of us buying random wine,
Yeah.
it would be nice.
Have Miami Brewing send up all of their tasters.
There's a lot of coconuts in Miami.
Yeah, I think it's in
Maybe she goes more than one now.
It's coconut
Coconut
stock,
Grove.
Coconut Grove.
Yeah.
I used to
They
hate
own some
Coconut.
buildings in Coconut Grove.
Yeah. Check out Coconut Grove. See what it says.
Coconut Grove. Is it?
Yeah.
Is that where you're from?
Yeah, I got a house in Coconut Grove also.
You have a house
beautiful.
there?
Yeah.
Where where those trees are, the banyan trees?
On Oak
are up
Avenue,
in there?
yeah, Oak Avenue.
Really?
Yeah, my family came from the Bahamas and we was all raised there, so we like owned
What?
all the houses on there.
Your family still has a house now there?
Yeah. I rent it out now for like
What street is that?
$2,500. Oak Avenue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You live down there
Right
too?
across the street from Vyrick Park.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's my house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
You gotta let me know when it's empty. We'll go down there and do a shoot.
Well, right now I got some Coast Guards living in it, and you know,
Well, when it's empty.
yeah.
Coconut Grove is beautiful. The trees, the foliage.
I used to work there. I used to get lost all the time down there.
But it's a beautiful place to go. Jay says, tropical fruit, no grapes.
It's even better. Have a mango wine. You find it?
Your phone's going off though.
Oh, I know who it is.
Somebody's calling you?
Yeah.
All right. We got a big day ahead of us. You got Fuego coming up. We got our show.
Actually, they're interviewing me on Fuego this.
I
I
know.
don't know why.
Because Lena said, how can she be a host of Fuego and actually not interview the man behind the brand? So I think, you're like Juan Valdez, the man behind Fuego, the man behind the coffee.
Okay.
I think it's a great idea. In Spanish, even.
Well, we're doing this in Spanish.
Fuego, right?
Wow.
Magic Man?
I gotta practicar mi español.
Practicar.
Oh.
Yeah, see.
Maybe I'll lip sync and I'll have Salsa speak.
I think Salsa's going to run the show.
Well, Salsa's doing the show?
She is now.
So she's speaking to the mic and I'll make believe I'm talking.
I think it's going to be a great win-win. She got to see the show on Friday, right? She went to the studio and saw what you were doing on Friday night.
She did. She got to see. You only got to see one production because we ran tapes the rest, right?
Yes.
How'd you like it?
It was cool. It was interesting. Definitely different from here, which is cool.
It was a different setting, a different radio setting, and everything else. But I got some ideas.
I filled out that form for you also.
Oh, thank you so much.
I didn't want to, but I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought of you the first time we got Gio another job, and we were up at iHeart, and I gave him a letter of recommendation. You went, "Why did you do that?" I said, "Because he's well deserving." You're like, "But now he's gonna leave." And he left. But
You did the same thing for B. You did the same thing for all the other kids that
And I did the same thing for
Well, I'll be
salsa
back in the
because
fall. It's just for summer.
it's just for, I know. So that was the one good
That's
point
because you're
about
moving
it.
up to Melbourne?
No, because I live at school,
Yeah.
so I don't have housing in Boca over the summer.
she's
So
gonna
if you
go home
had
for the
housing
summer.
here, would you stay if you got a job?
Maybe, but this one's close to my house, so I can drive from my house, and then spend time with my family while, on my first year, so that's kind of the reason.
Going home for the summer.
Yeah.
I know. We give them wings and they fly. I can't hold them back. They're so good. Those that are good, they're good.
Oh, no, there's no stopping. But
The
we
only
have
ones I
some-
hold back are Teddy and Val. No, I'm getting slick. And Salsa too. We just haven't known her long enough for me to keep her in the fall. Anyway, she's new, so hopefully we get her back in the fall. Ready to rock and roll? Wrap this up, Batman?
Yep, let's do this.
All right. Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe. Please be kind to each other, and we will see you in a little bit.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.